Regularly find ways to perform acts of kindness and service for others. One of the surest means to experiencing a sense of personal meaning can be found in the elevated emotions elicited by noble actions. It doesn't have to be grand accomplishments. The action can be very small indeed, and it needn't even be something that you do. It just needs to be something that you value and are inspired by. In 1982, a journalist, Ann Herbert, scrawled a statement on a napkin that started a worldwide movement. She wrote, "Practice random kindness and senseless acts of beauty." That one small idea lit the imagination of millions of people around the world, and it continues to spread. 23 years later, a Google search on the keywords random kindness yields 618,000 pages in English. There are 10 books available on Amazon on the subject. February 12th to 19th is Random Acts of Kindness Week. Schools, churches, civic groups, and countless individuals are finding creative ways to employ guerrilla goodness around the world. That one short phrase hit a tender, hungry place for millions. It's the hunger for positive actions to counter the barrage of negativity with which we are continually bombarded. In 2000, Catherine Ryan Hyde published her best-selling novel, Pay It Forward. Based on the novel's success, she began the Pay It Forward movement. The story was made into a Hollywood movie. It's about a boy who takes a history class assignment to change the world seriously and conceives of an ingenious plan. His idea is to help 3 people doing something for them they can't do for themselves without expectation of anything in return. His only request is that they pay it forward to help 3 more people. Since watching the movie, people have found themselves many times saying to someone, "It's okay, just pay it forward." I have no idea what the results will be, but the knowledge that I am choosing to place myself in a web of kindness brightens my day. It's a gift to myself. John Haidt, a gifted young University of Virginia professor, after studying the emotion of disgust, became curious about the moral opposite, which he calls elevation. He collects stories about the reactions people have to observing others do something extraordinarily positive. His inspiration came from a letter by Thomas Jefferson describing the physical and emotional benefits of observing others perform charitable and grateful acts that make us want to perform likewise. Jefferson's description of the physical benefits matches Haidt's research. Feelings in the chest, sometimes described as warm or open feelings, coupled with a motivation to help others and feelings of being uplifted oneself. These results are consistent cross-culturally in America, India, and Japan. Based on Haidt's research, Martin Seligman, founder of the positive psychology movement, has been inspired to conduct experiments in his University of Pennsylvania psychology classes. You can try this experiment for yourself. Allot yourself a certain amount of time for 2 activities. Make the time and preparation for each activity as equal as you can. One activity is geared to give you personal pleasure. An example might be to create a special uninterrupted time for a hot bath, special food, or other highly pleasurable activity. The second activity is geared towards doing something for another that they cannot do for themselves. An example might be to help an elderly neighbor with a repair job, or volunteer to read to the blind. Immediately after each activity, be sure to write in your journal, taking note of how you feel mentally, emotionally, and physically. Then 1 week later, write in your journal again and pay attention to how you feel about each of the activities. What do you notice? Here's some examples of random kindness and senseless acts of beauty. Guerrilla goodness is a creatively kind act that is designed to be anonymous. You appear and perform the act and then disappear before you can be acknowledged. Here's the idea, Hubert says. Anything you think there should be more of, randomly do it. Her own fantasies include breaking into depressed-looking schoolrooms and paint the classroom, leaving hot meals on kitchen tables in poor parts of town, slipping money into a proud old woman's purse. Says Herbert, kindness can build on itself as much as violence can. Some popular examples of guerrilla goodness are paying the toll for the car behind you, or for 6 cars behind you at the toll booth, paying for the person behind you at a movie theater and then slipping into the crowd, cleaning a friend's house and not letting him know who did it, shoveling the neighbor's driveway when he's not looking, leaving flowers at a neighbor's door. For inspiring stories and a lot of information, visit www.actsofkindness.org. The kindness can be anything that is truly considerate of the other person. It can be a small action as smiling at a tired clerk, or as grand as giving a large anonymous donation to a deserving student who wants to go on to college. It can be random guerrilla goodness or regular commitments like volunteering at a local service organization. Whatever it is, look for opportunities to give, and you will find a new depth, or should we say elevation, to your reason in being here.